Fatu, and I'm from Sierra Leone.
Alhaji Nenyale. I'm from Sierra Leone.
Based off everything that's going on in Africa right now, in Guinea, Nigeria, and Congo, most people would say that Africa's on fire at this point. Do you think that other Africans should be doing something about it or saying something about it, in particular the leaders?
Other countries need to respond as well, but we are all one people. If something like that is happening, mind you, it's the same continent, and if you don't respond, it will definitely reach your country one day. It happened in my country as well. When the war started in Liberia, my country never said anything about it. Later on, it actually escalated to my country for 10 years war, civil war. So, they need to say something about it.
They can reach out to those presidents or head of states of those countries and try and see if there's any way they can be of help, or they can also condemn acts or violence going on in terms of, example for Nigeria, opening shooting on the citizens.
Do you think that the youth should be leading right now, considering all the things that are happening?
It doesn't really matter who lead, either youth or old. You need to love your country. I think that's what we lack of in Africa. You need to get the right person.
I don't think particularly age should be a factor in terms of being a good and authentic leader. I think they can be more opening and more welcoming of young leaders. I think age should be a restricting factor. Neither should that be an eliminating factor in terms of leadership.
But what you have, the intention for the country, do you really love your country? Do you really have that passion to develop your country? That's the key. That's what we have to put on the table first.
Exactly. And speaking loving your country, I know you're doing a lot of great things in Sierra Leone. Yeah. Would you just like to speak a little bit more about that?
When I arrived in America, I thought about my country heavily. I came from a very poor family, and I know how life is when you live in Africa, in a charity school, and in a very remote area that I know that they're very struggle when it comes to schooling. Some of them, after they have taken the WAS exam, that is our West Africa examination exam, they don't, if they don't pass the exam, they just stay home. They don't have anything to do. But by bringing them together and let them know that, listen, it's nothing lost. You have the potential. You have a lot of things in you that you can do.
To maybe work with international organizations like WHO and work on health issue, either as a physician or as a global health expert. Yeah.
What is your overall vision for Sierra Leone?
Africa has a lot of talent, a lot of resources. I think more my vision would be for a time that Africa is sustainable on its own, that Africa doesn't have to rely on outside resources or outside help to function. I think that would be really good when our talent, our leaders, people that can actually invest in our countries don't have to go to other places.
The country is actually divided. The continent it's divided in the senses with different tribe, different different opinion. Everybody have their own side, different languages. That actually creates a huge problem, in the country, in the continent as a whole. But we don't have to look at that. We have to just know that we are one people.
So I hope for a day wherein Africa's citizens and African youths wouldn't need to go outside Africa to reach their fullest potential.
Do you think that you would be interested in investing in Sierra Leone, or are you hesitant about doing that?
Definitely that if the opportunity presents itself.
And I want to congratulate you on everything that you're doing. Were you a little bit hesitant about investing in your country?
Most Africans, they don't have that kind of backbone. Somebody out there can actually able to help them. The reason why Africa countries is still behind, I'm telling you, is because most African countries, these people that are living there, they don't love their country. People don't even care. They can do whatever they want to do.
There's some hesitation there because you need strong people to actually do the work and follow up when you actually give resources of money.
If, let's say, if you have somebody overseas, Africa, and you're trying to invest, and the neighbor or whosoever you're trying to invest in, they don't love what you do, they don't appreciate what you're doing, it's not going to work. I have my older brother, we walk hand in hands, he's always there for me. So even when we decided to open the school, he's really ready more than even I do. So that actually gave me the courage and gave me okay, we can do this. I'm ready to do more and invest in Africa, of course, because looking at my backbone, is there for me all the time.
What if you don't have a backbone?
And invest in supporting someone who has similar education goals as you, mentoring someone, tutoring someone.
Well, I think the best way is maybe they have to go there and be there overseas. Go there and actually see exactly what is happening. And there's technologies involved these days. You can do a lot of things to actually able to But that cannot stop you. If you say, okay, because of this, I'm not going to like do anything. But just do something. You can invest in people.
It's just a triple effect. When you invest or when you support one person, they can also reach someone else.
Feel like you're gonna go back and live in your country at some point for good.
Yes, definitely. I have that feeling. I don't know what will change along the line. Don't get me wrong, but I definitely have that feeling that one day I will definitely go back to my country and help. Because mind you, if we don't go back in our country and help, it's going to be like just the brain drain. Like, leave your country, all the brain people actually living overseas, living there and, decided to go to school and everything. After that, they decided to just abandon their country, and it gets worse more and more.
I'm a huge Pan-Africanist. I love Africa countries and things like that. And even when I interned, like I was so insistent on like having an internship experience in Africa, which I went to Rwanda and interned there. The goal is to definitely go back to Sierra Leone sometime. Amanda, who I'm obsessed with, she goes to Nigeria, teaches a writing seminar. So seeing people like that trying to balance both the professional goals as well as like investing and showing love and appreciation for their country is very inspiring.
So what has been your experience / perspective of America?
I've experienced a lot living in America, and the sense is like, just imagine you come into a country that you don't have no family member and it's only you. It's very like scary sometimes for some people. That was like, wow.
I think in terms of America, I bring a different perspective because I spent most of my life in childhood in Sierra Leone before moving to America. And I grew up in Sierra Leone where I saw from the lowest of the lowest and the highest of the highest, they were all one race. So I didn't see race as a factor that was very determinant in what I did or what I can achieve. But I feel like in America, race is such a significant issue that it's not really something you can ignore. So I feel like that was one of the things I learned when I came to America. It's good because it also exposed me to a lot of like racial issues, a lot of like cultural things outside my own culture. Like my race somehow to some people determined my ability.
When I actually left my country and arrived here, and my focus was there, and I decided to say, okay, I have to go to school. I have to make sure I accomplish certain things that I need to accomplish in order to help others as well. So it's a great country, don't get me wrong. And when you live in here, if you don't have love for your country, definitely you don't even want to return back, because they give you, the opportunities are there for you living in America. And when you look at the opportunities and look back home, it's far different. So sometimes you'll be like, okay, so I just gonna like, don't blame me if you see some youth decided to stay in America, they don't want to go back to their country. It's a little bit understandable, because they think that if they don't go back to their country, like it's gonna be like a mess to their own side. But in other way around, you don't have to look to that. You have to make sure that, okay, just do your own best.
I didn't let the race construct like determine my ambition or what I think I could do. But also like there's a lot of opportunities in America that I am grateful.
So do you think there is a sense of unity among Sierra Leoneans here in the United States?
Definitely there is. I can mirror that from myself. Like when I see other African people, I tend to like I'm very introvert, but like push the extrovert in me to like just find a way of like contact with them.
Well, when it comes to unity, don't get me wrong, I think this has been a major problem, in Africa as a whole.
There's a lot of things that I feel like we can build upon that unity. It doesn't have to be hello and hi and it stops there. I feel like networking or like sharing opportunities and trying to strengthen like other people of the community would be good.
We got to love ourselves. Love, it's a key. Anything we talk about in life, it's love. If the love is lost, there's nothing we achieve. Even in a family, in a gathering of a family, if there is no love, you guys will never achieve anything.
Some people of color have businesses, and sometimes they don't even like hire people of similar background. They don't like share those opportunities, even if they're not the owner. But like, and I feel like sometimes it's not knowingly. We don't know a lot about networking, and I feel like that's one thing I've learned from America, like who you know definitely matters.
To say, okay, you have to be that same tribe where I'm from. If you're not that same tribe, I'm not going to love you. It's within the African, especially my country. You have to come from the same ethnic, or you have to come from the same country where I'm from, or else I'm not going to like you. It doesn't, we are all the same. So we have to come together and love each other. If we can do that and love each other, we can achieve anything we want to achieve in this world.
How do you think Americans perceive Sierra Leoneans?
They've told me that you guys are really hardworking and you guys are really focused. When you guys are here, you're ready to work hard to make sure you achieve your dream.
I've had this comment, like some people would say, oh, you're the first Sierra Leonean I've met. We're not really like a huge population, so sometimes not like a lot of people know about us, so I feel like we're classed more in terms of like, oh, you're from Africa.
Okay, so this is the most important question. And I've asked Nigerians, Guineans, all alike, and they told me that Sierra Leone is not really even part of the Jollof War. Like, you guys don't make the cut at this point. So who has the best jollof rice?
We have to give respect to those who deserve the respect. You know, the Senegalese, don't get me wrong, understand, they are the pioneer when it comes to jollof rice.
I might be biased, but I think like Sierra Leone has one of the best jollof rice I've tried. So
They introduced
Can we hear that? I'm sorry. Can we just repeat that one more time? Let's flashback.
Definitely, they are the pioneer. I mean, they are the creator. So
it's because we're elite. So not a lot of people know about us. I feel like if you try Sierra Leonean jollof rice, like the flavor, like it has so many things that even you would be amazed.
Okay, so this is the end. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe to the One Africa series, and I'll see you in the next video.